Hi everybody, it's Rebecca Virginia, and today I'm going to be sharing 4 brand new Easter and spring DIYs with you. First up, we have this adorable bunny sign that is perfect for the upcoming Easter holiday. Here's everything you need to make it. I didn't see these signs last year, so I think they're new, but let me know if you did. And one side actually has a really beautiful, almost shiplap looking texture, but I wanted a smooth surface to adhere some scrapbooking paper onto. So I am actually going to be using the back side of the bunny. And I did take off the little hanger. It had a jute hanger with it, and I just easily was able to take that off. And my paper is from Hobby Lobby. Pretty much all my scrapbooking paper I get from there. They do sales a lot of the time where you can usually get 4 sheets of scrapbooking paper for only $1. So it's a pretty good deal, especially now that the Dollar Tree has increased their prices. And now that I've cut that out, there's a couple different ways you can adhere it. You can use a glue stick, you can use Mod Podge, you can use hot glue. I was going for the easy route, so I just went in with a glue stick. Just make sure to press a little bit harder on the scrapbooking paper when you're adhering it if you are going to use a glue stick instead of, say, Mod Podge. To make a bow, I am doing one that has quickly become my favorites. Per usual, I will link the full tutorial above, but I really like it because there's very minimal cutting involved when making this bow. So if you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. You haven't gone ahead and cut out a bunch of ribbon. And I just use some jute to tie everything together. But in the past, I've also used a zip tie, especially when I'm making a larger bow. I also picked up a set of 3 different galvanized signs from the Dollar Tree, so I am taking the bunny one and placing that in the lower half right underneath our burlap bow. I thought that I was done here, but I wanted to add on a little bit more embellishment, kind of make it a little bit more rustic. So I am grabbing some of this larger jute. I actually found this in the automotive section at the Dollar Tree. Not sure if that's where yours is, but I found a really big roll of this. So that is what I am using to outline our entire bunny sign. And then to kind of complement it at the end, I added on one of the jute carrots. You can lean this against something, but if you want it to stand on its own, I just placed a couple of Jenga blocks or tumbling tower blocks behind the legs and it would stand up on its own. Next is a quick and easy spring DIY, but it brings a great touch of a farmhouse into any decor. Here's how you can recreate it. As I mentioned earlier, I am using some Hobby Lobby scrapbooking paper yet again. This one is more of a neutral pattern with some bunnies on it, and I only need 1 piece of this, so I am taking one of the wood bunny ornaments from the Dollar Tree, tracing it out, and then cutting it out of the scrapbooking paper. And the reason that I only need 1 is that the back one you're not going to really see, so I'll end up staining it. And I wanted this to be a much thicker wood ornament so that it would almost stand up on its own. So I am going to be layering 3 wood ornaments together. I'll end up gluing those, and that is just going to make it look like a larger piece of decor instead of a flat ornament. As you can see, I'm showing you how much thicker it is in the video. So once I had glued down the scrapbooking paper to the front of our bunnies, I am taking that back bunny and just covering it in some stain. You don't have to do this step, especially if you're putting it on a mantle or leaning against somewhere, but just in case my eye were to see it, I didn't want to have an unfinished back. So that's why I'm staining my wood bunny ornaments. And while I had my stain out, I figured I may as well stain all the other items that I'm going to be using. I picked up this wood, I would say plaque, from the Crafters Square section, and that is going to be the base that our bunnies stand on. And I wanted one bunny to be higher up than the other, so I actually went into my craft stash that I have, and I found this one wood piece that looks like a thimble, and then a wood almost looks like a button, like a wood button. I had so many bags of these, and I remember getting them really cheap at a garage sale, but I know that Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any craft store would also sell something similar. And while I'm waiting for the stain to dry on some of those items, I am moving ahead and hot gluing my bunny ornaments together. I did 3 ornaments to create one thick bunny. And then I kind of had the idea to do one girl bunny and one boy bunny. I don't know. But basically, one of the bunnies I gave a little jute bow to, and then I just hot glued that to the front. So I pretended that was the girl bunny with her little bow. And then I started placing them how I saw fit onto the wood plaque. And while you watch me doing this, I did just want to give one final reminder that I'm actually running a sale in my Etsy shop right now on my bunny bags. They are ready to ship, so they will be there in time for Easter. And again, I am running a sale. It's only going to be going on up until Easter, so check them out if you are interested. And back to the video. So you see that I hot glued down the spool and button kind of looking wood pieces. And then I hot glued one bunny on top of that. And then our girl bunny with the jute bow, I hot glued in front. And I couldn't help myself. I almost didn't put them on, but I figured I have to. I can only ever do this on an Easter craft. So I picked up 2 of the little cotton pom-poms and I hot glued those to the bunnies. This is an easy and quick DIY for those who want a touch of spring in their homes, but may not have a lot of time to craft. Here's everything you'll need to recreate this. I've talked about these frames in a couple other DIY videos, but they're hands down my favorite, so if you ever see these at your Dollar Tree, make sure to pick them up. It has a really beautiful faux wood finish that works for farmhouse, modern, really any style of decor that you're going for. To complete this DIY, I grabbed some lavender colored cardstock that I already had on hand and just cut it down to size so that it would fit in the frame. And unlike a lot of my other DIYs where I take out the glass, I am actually leaving the glass in. And that's because I came across these gorgeous window clings from the Dollar Tree. I hadn't seen these at all, and then last week when I popped in, just when I thought I couldn't find anything new at the Dollar Tree, I found these. And I loved the bunny with the flower crown. I thought it was so cute. So I immediately had an idea to use a window cling in a little bit of a different way. Also, a good tip, if you have a backsplash in your kitchen, if it's like a subway tile, these window clings do stick. I have used that during the holiday season. I put up some window cling gingerbread men from the Dollar Tree. This is a super quick and easy DIY. It doesn't require a lot of work, but it still brings that pop of spring into your home. The Dollar Tree came out with these mini spring-themed wood pieces this year, and I knew I had to use them in a DIY before the Easter season was over. Here's everything that you'll need to make these modern pieces of spring art. The Dollar Tree has these different signs really for every season. This one just happened to be one that I picked up during Valentine's Day, but they are out pretty much all year long just with various sayings. All that I did to cover this one up was flip it over and add in some white cardstock. Then I picked my bunny ornaments and some fun spring colors and painted each of them, some half, some whole, in all sorts of different colors and in the ways that I painted. Then to adhere them onto our sign, I just took some peel and stick stickers, and that way I was able to remove the bunnies when it was time and do the exact same thing with the small wood egg pieces. I used the same colors and same styles. I couldn't pick which one was my favorite, but the good thing about not using hot glue and instead using the peel and stick stickers is that they were really easy to remove and add back on, so you could really do this with any of the wood pieces the Dollar Tree came out with. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep searching, keep creating.